Oh, whoa, whoa. Morning.
Hello.
Hello.
You.
Hey, good. And you?
I'm good. I can't see you. You may know that.
Oh, really?
So, uh, did you know that?
Yeah. Today's
Just
oh,
showing,
wow.
yes. So I don't see your picture, just FYI. I mean, it's okay if you can't, but
Uh,
I just,
I'm
in
doing
case you
this.
didn't know.
Yeah, I'm doing this on my phone.
Okay. So, all
Uh,
right. So it's a different thing. Maybe the camera doesn't work. So that's okay. And
yeah.
I want to apologize. I'm getting over a
Mm-hmm.
cold, so you can probably hear my voice sounds different, and I
Mm-hmm.
apologize. So,
Yeah, no problem.
yeah. Okay, thank you. So, yeah. So, how have you been?
Yeah, I've been uh great, but I've been uh doing business and stuff a lot.
Mm, okay, just very busy.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. This past weekend, which maybe I could blame for the cold, I went to Colorado and I was up in the
Right.
mountains, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, even though that, of course, by itself is fine, but the air is different. And I think that's why I
That
have
sounds
a
great.
cold. It was fun. It was great fun.
Colorado has uh, the huge mountains.
Some very,
Mhm,
very big ones for sure.
mhm,
And that, so the elevation, the
mhm,
altitude is very high.
mhm, mhm,
And I think that's sort of, I was not in balance. And then that's how I caught the cold.
mhm.
So,
Yeah,
oops.
I just saw the picture about it before.
Yeah. And the area we went. So, first, my son's house,
Mhm,
Denver, but it's closer to the
Denver.
mountains.
Mhm,
But then we went down to a place called Salida,
mhm,
and it's even higher elevation. And his girlfriend was doing a bike race,
mm.
76 miles, which is
26.
120 kilometers.
Mhm.
So she
Wow.
did this long bike race in the mountains. And
Bikers. Oh.
so I wanted to go and support her. And
Mhm.
yeah, so, and
Yeah.
it was great fun. The weather was beautiful.
Mhm.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. That's
yeah,
a great activity.
yeah, it was really fun. So, and I came back and went right back to work. And then 2 days
Mhm,
later, I'm got this
mhm.
terrible cold, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, but it's okay." So, yeah. So, are you wanting to work on this lesson or do something else?
Sorry. Mm.
I'm so sorry. Do you want to work on this lesson, education, or do you want
Uh,
to do something else?
I want to do this listen about education.
Okay, the IELTS
Mhm.
speaking. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, we can skip a lot of
Okay.
this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, it's saying
Okay. Yeah.
review, right?
Okay.
Review.
Very-
Okay, these are the vocabulary.
okay. Hmm. Uh, co-ed school. What is it?
Co-ed school means it has both boys and girls. Like in the US, there used to be a lot of only men's school and
Oh,
only girls'
really?
school. But
Oh.
like in the 70s, it was like, ooh, co-ed school, everything.
Mm.
Yeah.
Co. A co-ed school is 6 or 12. After 12th grade.
Yeah, 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 so,
Mm.
like, when kids are little, they didn't mind putting them together, but then, like, for colleges, for a long time, universities only
Mm-hmm.
let men
Mm.
come to that, or some high schools, that's
Mm.
more in England, and
Mm.
then, yeah, and then at some point, they said, "Oh, women deserve the same education, same teachers,
Mm.
so we need to
Mm.
start putting men and women in the same school, and most of them are. So it's really interesting,
Mm.
the progression of that.
Yeah.
So
My high school was only men's school.
my high school
Mm.
was only girls too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Mm.
mine was a Catholic school, though. It was
Catholic.
religion based.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't know. So there are some famous women's. Um,
Mm.
let's see. I don't know if they're still this way. I'm just
Sure.
looking because
Mm.
um, Wellesley College.
Wellesley.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm trying to think some of the ones that are very famous. They may
Mm.
have become a co-ed. So I don't know if these are still that way or
But Wellesley School is a junior high school,
no, it's a college, a university.
a college. Mm.
Yeah, Wesleyan and I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Um, oh, that's a seminary. Wow. Um, oh, here's Wesleyan was the first college in the world chartered to grant degrees to women, of
Mm.
course, because women had to wait for everything.
Mhm.
But yeah, anyway, so, but I think just as some men's colleges had to become co ed, like I think some women's colleges had to become co ed, but there are still a few that are only women.
Mm.
And high schools, there's definitely high schools that are, um, yeah, um,
So,
either men or women, because as we show, we both have been to single sex high school. So
yeah. So,
anyway,
are you uh teaching? So you a biological professor, right?
that's right. That's right.
Uh,
At
mm.
University of Illinois.
University,
Yeah, and yeah,
Illinois.
where? Mhm.
Mm. Uh, that's a co-ed school.
Yeah, I think it's always been a co-ed school.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think at first it was like
mm.
men would go into the male
Male.
careers
Mm-hmm.
and women would go to the female career, secretary, whatever, nurse, teacher.
Mm.
But then at some point, of course, it became where anybody could take any
Mm.
career. But,
Mm.
um,
So, uh, what can I say? The single gender, single sex school,
yeah,
at the core. Mm-hmm. It's
let me
against
see.
the co-ed school.
Yeah. Let's see. Opposite. I'm looking this up.
Opposite, yeah.
Co-ed. Opposite of co-ed school. So we could,
Mm-hmm.
if there's a word that I didn't know. Gender segregated education is what they say. You know how these terms change over time. So, um, yeah, gender, I will type it or copy paste. Gender segregated education.
Gender segregated education.
Um, some might be gender specific, single gender, or single sex.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, the language is so fluid. I don't always know. Here's other uh, antonyms. And
Gender specific, single gender.
these are antonyms of
Mm-hmm.
co-ed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So segregated, uh, do you usually use the word?
Yeah, I
I've
mean,
never heard of it.
it often gets used when we talk about race, right?
Race,
So there are, yeah, but segregated just means separated, right?
already.
So,
Separated.
mhm,
Okay.
segregate.
Mm.
Segregate. Um, segregate is same as separate, but this is an interesting word because I
Mm.
think we
Uh,
use segregated for certain words, but not segregate. I want to look at this because set apart from the rest or from each other, isolate or divide. Hmm. I'm curious, segregate
mm,
versus separate too, because we
mm,
actually in biology,
Mhm.
When, you know, the chromosomes in a cell separate, we say they segregate. Um,
Mhm.
hmm. So I don't, let's see, segregate versus separate. I'm curious. Creating two or more groups that cannot come in contact with each other. Huh.
Mm.
Okay, I'm just gonna give you this because to me, this
Mhm.
is interesting. Because I mean, it's like I feel I intuitively know when to use segregate versus separate.
Mhm.
Um, so separate means creating a dividing
Right.
line to keep two things apart. Segregate means
Mhm.
creating two or more groups that cannot come in
Oh,
contact with each other. And that would
oh,
be same for co-ed school, right? So the boys and
right.
the girls can't,
Mhm.
you know. So,
But
mm.
it's you don't uh usually use in daily conversation.
um, it is. I mean, it is in certain contexts.
Mhm.
Oftentimes, race or gender.
Racism.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, I think mostly in those bigger, wider concepts, we use that.
Mhm.
But you can probably use separate just fine without any
Mm.
problems. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Oh.
so now I have a feeling there might be like, oh, should boys and girls go to school together? Like, would be a interesting IELTS question, or you
Mm.
know what I mean? Are co-ed schools a good idea? So, um, do the rest of the words look okay to you?
Okay. Uh, to work your way through college.
Ah, I did that. So if your parents can't pay for your college, especially in the US, you
Mhm.
have a job and you work your way through college. So you work and you go to classes. So you work to
Simultaneously.
pay your own bills, right?
Uh, pay a bit.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
so work to pay your tuition.
that's right. That's
Uh,
right. Which I had to do. As you know, US colleges are very expensive.
yep.
And, you know, you can get scholarships, you could get loans, you could get, but sometimes you also need to work your way through college, and I pretty
Mm.
much did. So,
Mm.
yeah, my parents were not very rich. So,
Mm.
luckily, college costs less than it does now. So,
A scholarship is common for a US student.
yeah, I would say so. You know, most university students are pretty smart, and so they can
Mm.
compete for money
Mhm.
from different areas. Actually, one of my scholarships was from the Navy Wives Club on
Mm.
Guam. So that was very nice. Navy
Wow,
Wives.
that's cool.
Yeah. You know, so they meet and they have luncheons and then they set up
Mhm.
scholarships. And
Mhm.
yes, so I had to write some sort of paper and discuss my goals and dreams. And then, yeah, I guess mine
Mm.
was the best of the bunch. Even though my dad was Air Force, it was
Mhm.
okay.
Oh, oh, you went to university in Guam?
I did not. I was in high school in Guam,
Oh, high school
but
in
I
Guam.
went to, yeah, I came back to the US for
Mhm.
university. Yeah. But they didn't care, you know, they just gave me a check for
Mm.
university.
Oh, okay.
So, and
So,
usually you could get a scholarship for all sorts of things, but you have to apply and maybe you have to show qualifications or write
mhm.
essay or something. Like you have to prove you deserve this
Mm.
scholarship, you know. So,
Mhm.
mm.
So, I don't know. Uh, nowadays means uh, it's not
Oh,
now or at the moment.
now,
These
yeah,
days,
these days, exactly.
these days,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, in the past, schools used to be segregated based on gender, but nowadays most schools are
Mm.
co-ed, right?
Oh, so by the way, I don't know that back in the day,
Back in the
just
day.
exactly me. It's
Yeah,
not just before
it
more.
is in a way,
Mm,
right? So back in the day, so you're referring to a previous time, but let's go with this gender separated school, gender segregated school, and to say back
mm,
in the day
mhm,
when women couldn't attend men's colleges,
mhm,
women's only colleges began, right?
mhm.
And back in the day, women felt they weren't getting the same education, so people wanted to create co-ed schools,
Oh,
something like that. So
can I use it instead of previously?
I think when you're talking to a time in the
Mm,
past, sure, yeah, it's definitely a
mm,
good. In fact, like it, it probably shows a higher vocabulary level than just previously or before,
mm.
right? So,
Okay, thank you.
mhm.
Okay, it's okay. This right.
Okay, great. Good questions, though. Here's a good.
Mm.
Okay, would you like to read through this? You can read aloud, if you like.
Yeah, yeah. This means uh I should make send these answers make it more longer
Longer, like a
mm,
story, embellish
as
it.
like a
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, so I
Mm,
sort of like how the best,
mm,
really shows the person's passion for science. Like, not everybody will participate in a science fair,
mhm,
but someone who loves science will do it. And so this is a good example. Truly enjoyed science.
mm,
I always loved participating, even won an award. So that like goes beyond just my favorite subject was science.
mhm,
It shows a passion and enthusiasm for the subject, I think.
mm.
So that takes it to the next level. So, yeah. My favorite subject was science. I also loved reading, so either way, it was gonna be good. Yeah. So,
So I would say like best answer when I was in when I was in a primary school is from sixth grade to 12th grade.
oh, really? So I don't know what it is in the UK where IELTS takes place, but we say primary is also
Mm.
elementary, so it's like 6 years old
Elementary
to
school.
elementary school is to us primary school. Then we
Mm.
have a middle or junior high, and then we have a high school. So, but whatever you could say, oh, when I was so many years old, or you know, if you're not sure what the
Mm.
other tester would be
Mm.
expecting from you.
A primary school uh, is popular for UK in UK in the UK.
I I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Yeah.
In the US, the elementary
US, we
school
say elementary or
is
primary
elementary.
will say it's the same.
Mm.
What is elementary school called in England? That's fine. Call it primary education, age 5 until age 11. So, yeah, age 5 through 11. So your primary school is
Mm.
what grades?
6 to 12.
Oh, because to me that sounds like middle school or high school. Oh, is this age or grades?
Eight, age 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The junior high school, the 11 to 13 to 15. The
Okay.
high school, the 16, the 18.
Okay, so your age 7 through 12 is almost so your primary is elementary or primary in the UK.
Mm,
So it's about the same.
mm,
Yeah. So okay, so that's us. We're taking a little sidetrack from the question. So
mm.
what was your favorite subject in
Uh,
primary school?
my favorite subject was physics. Physics, and it's a, it's a, uh, it's a sports, right? Is it?
Is what?
Physics, it's kind of sports. Okay.
Oh, physical education, maybe.
Physical education. Yeah.
Because like physics is that branch of science that says
So
force or electricity or light. Or, yeah. So that's
ah,
more of a high school subject. But physical education, that's,
physical.
yeah, sports, exercise.
See, okay. My favorite subject was physical education. I I truly enjoy the I so I started to do gymnastics after school, and when I was a high school student, I even I won an award in a national national game, national
Like
uh,
competition, maybe.
competition. Yes,
Mm.
national competition.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, and
Mm.
congratulations, by the way. That's awesome.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's funny, of course, I'm sort of the science nerd. I didn't hate
First, or
I didn't hate physical education, but it wasn't the top of my list. I'm like, "Oh, we have to go." I'd rather just stay in and learn, but it's, like, so stereotypical. So,
I
I do more
okay.
exercise now than when I was a kid, so because I understand the benefit for staying healthy, right?
Mhm.
But I wasn't the kind of kid who needed to move and feel the world right through my body. I wanted it all to go into here. So, yeah. So, very cool. Okay. I agree with this. I totally agree with this.
Mm.
Yeah. For testing or just in general, someone who's talking or even reading. So if you're reading a word and you say it one way and you stop and go, and then change it to the right way,
Mhm.
means you're listening, you're paying attention,
Mm.
and that you go, oh, yeah. Oops. So, yeah. So it's okay if you stop and say, I mean, so you can read this.
Mm. Cool. Mm. I choose my phone. What I mean is, I don't have a return teacher. Okay. I can use these phrases when I want to correct myself.
Sure.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, one of these, um, I can't use my, oh, I don't know if B or C is better.
B or C is better.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, A is okay, but what I
Mm-hmm.
meant to say was, yeah, C is good. I don't know if they're going to give what's the best answer.
Mm.
I'm
What I
going
mean?
to, I can't use my phone. What I mean is, I don't have time to use my phone. What I meant to say, both B and C are okay to me. It just,
Uh,
which answer
A
makes,
is A is for daily conversation, casual situation.
yeah, I guess so. And I'm just wondering if it's, I'm not sure. Hmm. I don't know if one is sophisticated than the other and they give more,
Mm.
they look more highly upon that answer. I'm not
Mm.
sure, to tell you the truth. I mean, because, and here's me just going, I mean, I want to explain further, but
Mm-hmm.
probably that's default. I mean, what I mean is what I meant to say. I think those would both work. I wonder if they'll tell us on the next slide.
A B
Nope.
or C is kind of formal.
More formal, more advanced. Yeah.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, I actually use B or C and in the IELTS test.
probably. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Here's some other useful phrases. Okay, cool.
Yes. Well, okay.
Well, one reason I chose
Uh,
something is because blah, blah, blah.
To illustrate, I don't know how to use it.
To illustrate. So it's like
To
sort of to
illustrate.
draw a picture or paint a picture. So yeah, to
Sure.
illustrate. So you want to give an example.
Mm,
And yeah, oh, to illustrate my passion for science, I used to always go for walks in the woods after school
mhm.
before doing my homework. So I'm giving an example of something I
Give me an
did to sort of,
example. Okay. Mm-hmm.
it's like an example. Yeah. So then they say, so why did you choose your subject? Whatever the one you said you would was your favorite.
Uh, my major, I majored national relations in a university. Uh, uh, actually, uh, I'm not gonna choose. Ah, hmm? I
Uh,
was going. Yeah.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry I
Okay.
interrupted.
I was going to choose communication engineering, but and in the first year, everyone have to take same lessons, uh, like mathematics and the languages or sciences, and then also we have uh, different science.
Mm.
So that inspired to me. So that's why uh, uh, that's the reason I chose. Uh, uh, that's the why I chose the national relations.
Okay, yeah. So, um, yeah, that's one reason I chose. That's good. Yeah, international relations, right?
Mm.
Okay. So you wanted maybe to be unique or to have
Mm-hmm.
a richer experience, a more
Mm-hmm.
fuller experience, or
Mm-hmm.
something different than what everybody else was doing. Maybe. I mean, I shouldn't put words in your mouth, but I understand you wanted to be unique. You wanted to
Mm-hmm.
not follow the crowd. You wanted to, yeah, stand out or
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what you're thinking, but something like that. Cool. That's cool. Yeah, I would definitely be that way. I would be like, okay, everybody's taking this. Maybe I'll check out that class instead. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, unless you have to. So sometimes they make you. So, um, oh wow,
Oh,
we only
thank.
have 30 seconds. But too bad because I would have liked to have known, what kind of school did you go to? What was your favorite teacher? So your elementary school or primary school was co-ed?
uh, yeah. I went to public school
Public school?
and yeah, with poet school.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay, time's up. Nice to see
Yeah.
you again, Harris.
Yeah. Thank you again.
Very nice to talk to you.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.